There are 195 countries in the world, and when you're looking to travel, you might have a hard time choosing which one is going to be the best ideal destination for you. And if you want to make the decisions easier for yourself, then this is the video for you. In this video, we're going to be sharing our list of countries you should definitely visit if you want to experience the depths of human history and culture. First up on our list is Thailand. If there's a country from East Asia that you must absolutely explore, it's got to be Thailand. The country's capital, Bangkok, is famous for its historical and cultural sites. Bangkok has numerous temples. It'd probably take a lifetime to visit every one, but let's talk about those that we think that you wouldn't want to miss seeing. The highlights, if you will. Temple of Emerald Buddha, known as Wat Phra Kew in Thai, is one of the most sacred religious sites in Thailand. Construction began in 1783 during the reign of Chakri dynasty, and ever since then, every new king would add a personal touch to the temple. Important royal ceremonies are held in the temple as well. You can't go to Thailand and then miss out on this golden, glittering temple. You'll be forced to hold your breath as your eyes bear witness to the intricate beauty of that Thai religious architecture. There's also another really beautiful temple. It's called the Temple of Dawn, Wat Arun, and it looks incredibly divine at night when the temple lights up. Don't miss out on a beautiful traditional dance performance called Kon. Kon incorporates both dance and drama. The entire stage play is based on a Thai epic called Ramakien. Make sure to attend one to have the experience of a lifetime. Next up, we got Portugal. The area occupied by Portugal today has seen a lot of invasion in the past. It's been inhabited by Celtics, ancient Greeks. It's been ruled over by the Romans as well as the Moors. That should tell you more than enough about its rich historical past. Owing to such incredible historical variety, there's plenty for you to see in Portugal. Pena Palace is beautifully vibrant of a castle located near the Portuguese Riviera. You wouldn't want to miss the sight of those yellow and red towers against the blue backdrop of a clear sky. The palace has a long history. It stretches back to the Middle Ages when the chapel was first constructed, and since then, it's survived a bunch of natural disasters, including lightning and an earthquake. The castle boasts a fusion of various architectural styles. There's a park nearby, and if you're fond of magnolias and cypresses and you want to visit a forested area that's both magical and mystical, then hey, what are you waiting for? If you're a book lover and a history buff, then Livraria Lelo deserves a visit from you. It's one of the oldest bookstores in all of Portugal. Squeezed between other shops on the street, Leo stands tall and imposing with its neo-Gothic architectural elements. Inside, the brilliant red staircase steals every visitor's attention immediately. Portugal's Sao Bento railway station is also a must-visit. The building's repetitive geometric patterns beckon visitors to step inside and take in the historic glory of this station. Inside, you'll come across around 20,000 azulejo tiles depicting scenes from various battles as well as life in the countryside. Now on to Turkey. Turkey's vast landscape is full of historical wonders. The land was inhabited by various civilizations in the past, and each of them left their own cultural legacy. Turkey is one of those places where you'll see how the East meets the West. Lovers of the opera, the Suraya Opera House is just the place for you. Inspired by the glamorous opera theaters of Europe, Suraya Pasha ordered its construction in 1927. At first, it was just a simple music theater, but then they reopened it as an opera house in 2007. But it doesn't even end there. The opera house is where Istanbul's famous art exhibitions and festivals take place as well. You are going to find a lot of art and music blooming in just one single building. There's no point in visiting Turkey if you don't pay a visit to the famous Blue Mosque. It's the first mosque in Ottoman history, built using the money from the treasury. The mosque boasts of 5 domes and 6 towering minarets. Inside, there are hand-painted blue ceramic tiles. The mosque's design combines elements of Islamic architecture as well as Byzantine architecture. Sitting next to the Blue Mosque, there's the majestic Hagia Sophia. There have been plenty of disputes over this ancient structure. It was built as a church, but when old empires caved into new ones, it was transformed into a mosque. Inside the building, you'll find elements of both faiths. Up next is Hungary. This small country in Central Europe is just as rich in its history as any other place on the planet. Its contributions to art, music, and history are nothing short of amazing. In Budapest, you can stand in awe in front of the St. Stephen's Basilica. Named after Hungary's first king, the basilica houses his right hand in its reliquary. In the 18th century, it used to be a theater for animal fights, until eventually people raised funds for its conversion into a church. You'll appreciate the exquisite details of the Baroque architecture in the Nagyatéteni Palace. It was built in the 13th century, and it now serves as a museum of Hungarian furniture. There are around 300 items that are presented on display during exhibitions. A visit to Hungary is incomplete without a visit to the Hungarian Parliament building. Inspired by the architectural design of the Vienna City Hall, the Parliament is a spectacular sight to behold from across the Danube River. The central red dome adds more brilliance to the building's imposing symmetrical facade. You definitely want a few pictures in front of this magnificent building. And now for China. One more visit to China is just it's never enough. This is the country that you're going to feel compelled to visit again and again to experience the full force of its culture and history. You've heard of the Great Wall of China and the Temple of Heaven, and they're all worth visiting, but there's so much more to China's history than just these famous places. The Yu Garden in Shanghai was built as a gift by Pan Yunduan to his father. The garden's name, translated into English, is the Garden of Happiness. There's a grand rockery made of beautiful Huangxi stone. The inner garden has multiple ponds and pavilions that you would enjoy seeing. If you want to witness nature with Chinese history, this is your place. When in China, you don't want to skip a visit to one of the largest Tibetan Buddhist temples. That's right, we're talking about the Lama Temple. This 480-meter tall temple is designed using Han Chinese and Tibetan architectural styles. Moreover, it's home to 3 bronze statues of Buddhas of the 3 ages. You'll also come across the impressive 18-meter tall sandalwood statue of the Maitreya Buddha. Immerse yourself in the history of this vast country by visiting these 2 historical monuments. Next on the list is India. India's cultural diversity and expansive history has long since drawn tourists from all over the world. A visit to India is an enriching experience. From its busy streets, bustling with life, to its magnificent architectural monuments, you're going to have the time of your life in India. The Taj Mahal, one of the most historically significant monuments of India, history behind the construction of this beautiful mausoleum is a love story steeped in grief. Shah Jahan was heartstricken after the passing of his wife Mumtaz Mahal. For a year, nothing consoled him. Eventually, he ordered construction of the Taj Mahal to pay homage to his departed wife. This magnificent building took 22 years to stand in its current form. Your trip to India just isn't complete until you step foot into the courtyard of the Taj Mahal. To experience spiritual nourishment, you gotta go see the Golden Temple. Located in the city of Amritsar, the Gurudwara is open to people from different religions. At twilight, the temple lights up, and its reflection in the man-made pool in the center is just a beautiful sight in itself. The temple is guaranteed to offer you some peace as you walk around in the sanctum. Finally, we have Egypt. It should come as no surprise that Egypt is one of the most culturally rich countries on this list. It's been called the cradle of civilization for a reason. When in Egypt, it's given that you gotta go see the Sphinx. The limestone statue is located on the Giza Plateau. The face of the Sphinx represents the pharaoh Khafre. One of the biggest mysteries to date is the missing nose of the sculpture. Archaeologists have come up with many theories as to explain its disappearance, but nobody knows for sure. The Giza pyramid complex consists of 3 pyramids built as tombs for the 3 different pharaohs. They are one of 7 wonders of the world, and it would indeed be a wonder if you skip a visit to these towering tombs. The Egyptian Museum in Cairo should absolutely be one of your places to visit. It boasts a huge collection of artifacts from Egypt's history. To learn more about Egypt's history, this is the place to go. And that's a wrap for this video. If you have any questions about the countries we talked about, let us know in the comment section below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We'll see you in the next one.